Chapter 104. You are my hero. That will always be true. My one and only hero will be you, and only you. They fucked that night too, not as wild, as pleasurable as usual. There was something desperate and hopeless about it all. When both had come, they fell asleep next to each other. Jenny on her back, Diego on his side, with an arm over her, as if trying to keep her close. When he woke up, she was still lying on her back, looking absently towards the ceiling. He lay beside her with his head against her shoulder. When he saw her gaze, he shrank. He became smaller and smaller. He became the child who had gone into his parents' bedroom on Christmas Day and seen that it was empty. Dad had passed out on the TV room sofa, and Mum was nowhere to be found. Jenny started talking. Her words were kind, but the way she spoke stopped his heart. You saved Kevan's life, she said absently. You saved his life that night, and thus you saved mine. It was so hard for me to forgive myself for what happened. If he had died, I would never have been able to forgive myself. I wouldn't have survived. You saved his life, and you saved mine. Diego was 12 years old. He put on his outerwear to look for his mother in the cold winter. Then, when Kevan broke up with me, she turned her head towards the small garden table by the window. I remember the first night I sat here in your barracks. I remember how protected I felt. The safe spruces that surround us here. I had found a place to lick my wounds. Little boy Diego searched and searched. He knew it was bad. It was freezing cold, and Mum was not home. You have always been there when I've needed you. Helped me whenever I've asked for it. Without you, I would never have learned that monsters are small, pitiful humans. Without you... Suddenly she turned to him and smiled. But the smile was not the big bright one that had floored him so many times. It was a smile full of sadness. Thanks to you, I have a driving license for heavy motorcycles. Thanks to you, I'm a really good motorcyclist now. Diego saw his mother in the snow, in a nightgown and thin pink bathrobe. He saw her lying completely still and knew, even before he came to her, that it was too late. Jenny closed her eyes for a long time. When she opened them again, tears ran down the arm against which her head rested. I have so much to thank you for, Diego. You are my hero. You will always be my hero. He was at his mother now. He saw the broken gaze and the rigid, lifeless body. But you can no longer be my boyfriend. Diego closed his eyes tightly. He had done something wrong, something terribly wrong, and now there was nothing, absolutely nothing he could do to make it right.